You rewrite page 1 for the 18th time. You do it again and again and again. You don't even know what the movie is about. Your middle is gonna drag. You can't figure out what scenes belong. That's not a writing problem. That's a thesis problem. Writer, come here. Now sit your ass down. My name is Jasmine Patrice White, and I'm one of the baddest bitches on the page. I'm gonna use this YouTube series to teach you how to walk your script from idea to screen. Welcome to your masterclass.
Girl, stop thinking about it. Just book her.
Working with Jasmine, it was next level.
Just give me notes. She gave me confidence.
And the fact that she's actually been where I am, it feels like I've got a writing bestie for life.
I'm always the baddest bitch on the page through my receipts. I've won almost $2 million in grants. My very first web series was funded, produced, and it landed on Amazon Prime. While I was at Lifetime TV, thousands of scripts came across my desk, and I'm always happy when I see them on TV now. My name is Jasmine Patrice White, and I am the baddest bitch in the room. Let me tell you something about your script. Most writers come to me with ideas. Y'all got big ideas. Girl, you want the car chases. You want the steamy sex scenes. Y'all want the explosions. Did I mention sex scenes? You want all the cool stuff. And every single time I ask one question. What is the movie about? And they freeze. They'll be like, Jasmine, didn't you hear me? I said it's about love. Jasmine, didn't you hear me? I said it's about betrayal. Honey, those are trailer moments. They thought the explosions were the movie. That is not a story. A story has a theme and thesis. Theme is the topic of conversation. Thesis is what you say when you walk in the room. Let me show you what I mean. Last year, a client came to me. We're gonna call her Sally because y'all know how them NDAs go. And Sally said, Jasmine, I want to make a movie about love. I want car chases. I want romance. I want the steamy scenes. I want her getting the coins knocked out of her. I said, okay, sis, cool. I like this movie. I like how it's sounding. What's the movie about? And she's like, didn't you hear me? Black love, romance, adventure. And I said, yes, sis, I hear you. But what's the movie about? And she paused because she didn't actually know. I was like, listen, we're gonna have to work backwards. I asked her, why does this story matter to you personally? Like what inspired you? Why did you say I have to write this story? And she got quiet. And she says to me, you know, my mama used to always say, love will betray you every time. And I don't want to believe that. And I say, yeah, girl, because that's depressing. But there it is. There's your thesis. It's going to be the opposite of that. It's love is trustworthy. I can count on love. You see, that's not just a theme. That's a point of view. That's a fight. Now, hear me clearly. A theme is a universal idea. You got love, you got loyalty, you got justice, you got family, faith, power. Those are themes. But a thesis is your specific take on that theme. It's the argument you're trying to win. I want you to think about it like this, right? You got a mobster and you got a cop. And they both belong to organizations, brotherhoods, if you will. But they don't think about loyalty the same way. You know, this might date me a little bit, which is so sad to say, because I'm very young and delicious and beautiful. But y'all remember back in the day when we had to write persuasive essays? It'd be like 5 paragraphs, and we had to write them by hand. On a persuasive essay, right, at the top of the essay is your claim, and the rest of the essay has to prove that point. That's the same job as your script. That's your job as a writer. You will spend the whole movie putting your character through hell to prove that thesis right or to prove it wrong. That's the whole game. Typically, when you're creating your thesis, love is trustworthy. I can count on this. Your character will take on the opposite belief. Your character might believe love ain't hitting on ish. And so you and your character, y'all gonna be at odds. Y'all gonna be fighting. Messing with me, y'all, you will be talking to yourself. because you need to have a back and forth with your character. You want this character to believe your point of view on the thesis. Imagine you're writing a movie about love, and your main character believes that love will always betray me. But as the writer, love is trustworthy. I can count on love. You need to convince your character to go on this journey. You need to convince her to throw everything she thinks about love out the window. You need to convince your character to put it all on the line. How do you get somebody who doesn't believe in love to pursue the love story of a lifetime? You put her through hell. Y'all ever heard that statement? Man plans, God laughs. I don't want to offend nobody, but on the page you're God, and you need to laugh at their ass. Oh, you thought? Oh, you thought? I got another thing coming. So, again, your idea is the theme. The story is the thesis. Here's what happens when you don't have a thesis. Your character gonna feel empty because the foundation isn't there. You get me or nah? And so, once my client locked in her thesis, love is trustworthy. I can count on love. She had something to fight for. Every scene now has a job. Every character has a position. She walked out with a real foundation, and she used it to secure funding for her digital series. She's in pre-production right now because she finally knew what her movie is about. If you don't know your thesis, you don't have a story, you have a wish. Friend, we all sitting around waiting for you to release that story that you've been sitting on. So, I hope that did something for you. I made you something. It's the 5 script mistakes that get your script skipped. It's the cheat code I wish somebody gave me when I was sitting in my apartment in Newark, broke, trying to figure out what made some scripts get bought and others get tossed. It's free, because I love you, and the link is in the description. Go grab it. Then come back to me with a thesis. I'm waiting in the room. And remember, no matter what, you'll always be my writer. See you next time.